Hello everyone, how's it going? In this video I'll be showing you how to fix some of that lagging, stuttering and increase your FPS in PalWorld. So as you can see, I'm currently in the game at the moment and straight away the game looks absolutely fantastic. However, it's not fantastic if you're getting lag and other issues. So let's dive in now to the settings and see what we can change to really increase that FPS and, like I said, reduce the lag. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is just hit escape. You're then going to want to return back to the main menu, so the title. Just make sure you have saved your game, and once you have, then just simply go a yes. Actually, it says it will automatically save anyway, so there we go. Right, once you're on the main menu, you want to simply go onto options. Just keep in mind though that this game is currently in early access, so you might encounter some bugs, crashes and obviously lag and things like that, which the developers will hopefully resolve in later updates. Also, if you are having crashing issues, check out the link in the description below to another video that I'm going to do on how to fix those problems. So what we want to do now is go on to graphics. So as you can see, there is a massive list here of graphics settings that we can go through, play around with, and really help improve, like I said, the FPS. So as you can see, at the moment, my presets are on high. So what we're going to want to do is just simply whack this all the way down to low. And then we're just going to work our way up. So straight away, the first option we got is screen mode. So you're going to want to just change this to windowed. The next thing that you're going to want to do is ensure that the screen resolution is at its max. So I've got 1920 by 1080. That's all my display can handle. That is the max setting. So what you can now do is, once you've changed everything to low, just jump into the game, see how it feels. It should feel absolutely fantastic. So later on in a minute we're going to come back to resolution, but what we can actually do, if you prefer, is to increase some of the graphic settings, but you can just lower this ever so slightly, so the screen resolution. So if I was to go to 1600 by 900, my graphics card won't be working as hard, which means that the FPS is going to be higher, and I can also increase some of these other graphics settings if I want. Obviously, if you go too low on the resolution, then the game, as you can see, 640 by 360, it's going to look pretty turd. So you don't want to go too low. However, 1600 by 900 shouldn't see too much of a difference there. Next, we got max FPS. So you want to set this to no limit. But if your computer really is struggling to run the game, you're going to want to set a limit of either 30, which is pretty rubbish, but anyway, 30 or 60, at least 60, I'd go with 60. Anyway, so then what's going to happen is, let's just say, your FPS occasionally goes up to 90 or 120, but then it keeps spiking down to 60. You're going to have lag, that's going to cause lagging and stuttering and other issues. If you set it to only go up to 60, then it's not going to keep spiking up to 100 or 120, and you're not going to see that kind of lagging and other problems. So we can really restrict it so it runs at a smooth FPS, such as 60. If you've got, obviously if you've got a monitor that's 120 Hz and stuff like that, then you can always go up to 120 and see if it runs nicer on that FPS. Go for the FPS of what your monitor can handle, so 144 or 120 and stuff like that. Next we got FreeSync. Turn this off. You can turn it on, but FreeSync's there to help basically lines and basically tearing on the screen. So for now, let's just turn that off. Motion blur, awful setting, let's turn that off as well. Anti-aliasing, now this is going to have an impact on your FPS, so we want to go with none for now. Obviously, if you have this on, it will make the game look nicer, but for now, let's change it to none. View distance, now we want this on medium. Grass details, keep that on low. Shadows, low. Effects, let's go with medium on that. Texture quality, we can go with medium or high. Next up, we got DLSS. If your graphics card supports it, then you can try turning it on. If it doesn't, then just obviously you can't do anything, just leave it off. Next, we got field of view. So the lower, again, this number, then the better the game's going to run. But you're just not going to see as much around you. So go with 70, work your way up, and then obviously you can't go mad, because if you were to go, oh, you can only go up to 90 anyway, but if you went too high of a value, then the game is going to look really weird. So yeah, maybe just go down to 70 and then just work your way up. But like I said, the lower the number there, the better the game's going to run. So as for the graphics settings, game settings, there's not a lot in here. This is just obviously how you can change your keyboard and things like that. So we're now totally done with graphics within the game. Launch into game, see how it runs. That should now be a massive improvement. You should no longer have lagging issues or anything like that. So we're now going to jump into Windows and just ensure you have changed all the settings within Windows to optimize your game and make it run decent. Alrighty, so once you're on your desktop, first thing that you need to do is download a program that I created called Easy Game Utility. This will make life a lot easier. Now before we go forward, I just want to also mention a new program that I created called Easy System Utility as well. You can clean files and stuff like that. Under folders and files, you've got loads of other amazing options there. Unlock files, folders, change an image size, add watermarks and things like that. And then obviously it's got other tools available as well. So definitely check that out in the link description below. Both these programs are completely developed by myself and I put a lot of time and effort into creating them. So I really hope obviously it does help you out. Anyway, the first thing that we want to do is go to graphics. And you want to click on clean next to your graphics card to remove those old cache files for it. Once you've done that, again do the same for DirectX and just go OK. And there we go, we're done. We've cleared the cache files, simple as. One other thing that I will mention about Easy Game Utility, if you go on to Fix and go on to Custom Game Fixing, you can actually browse for a games.exe and you can use the program to attempt to repair the game. And hopefully, with a bit of luck, that will resolve the issue. Anyway, we're done with Easy Game Utility. Let's close this down. The next thing that we want to do is now right click on the start menu icon, go to settings, update and security, and you probably already know this, just make sure you do have the latest Windows updates installed. Also, that brings me on to ensuring you have the latest driver installed for your graphics card. If you go onto Easy Game Utility and go onto graphics, you will then see your graphics card there. Click on driver download next to it. It will open up the website for your graphics card where you can then download the latest driver. So you can see there I'm on AMD's website because I've got an AMD graphics card. Now once you've updated Windows and if there was a new graphics card driver available, you're going to see quite a bit of a performance difference in the game. It's going to really help. Anyway, the next thing that we want to do is go back onto settings, go onto home. You're now looking for gaming. Go onto gaming and you want to disable the game bar. If you do like using the game bar, then by all means keep it on. Game mode, we want to ensure that this option is turned on. Game mode will help optimize Windows, making your games run a lot smoother, so it's definitely worth doing that. Anyway, so we've done that. The other things that I would suggest you do when trying to play your game is ensure no one else is signed into Windows. So right click on the start menu icon, go onto Task Manager, go onto Users, ensure no one else is hogging any system resources. Also, if you are running programs in the background such as OBS Studio, MSI Afterburner, music players, web browsers, anything like that, just close it all down as again. That will be using resources and we want to really have the game using all the resources it can on your computer. So just close everything down. So that does now bring me to the end of this video. Like I said in the video, if you do download Easy Gamer and Easy System Utility and you do decide to purchase the Pro version of those programs, then thank you very much for the support in supporting them. Every purchase really does help me out and I do appreciate it. Anyway, again, hit the like button below if you enjoyed the video, and if one of the methods in this video did help you out and you enjoyed the video, then click the subscribe button.